I was just watching TV and I was watching the five, and the question was raised: who's behind all of this protest of Tesla? And because it's all organized and everything, and so a politician, a Democratic politician, appeared on screen, and the first word out of her mouth was, "We have to resist." And I'm like, oh my God, that's all. That was my first reaction was, oh my God, that's all we hear is resist. I mean, I'm thinking there's no plan, no vision, no message, which all three have been mentioned dozens and dozens of times over dozens of hours, over dozens of days. You know, no vision, no message, no plan. We're against this and we're against that and we're against this. Good God, are you for anything other than putting tampons in little boys' bathrooms? I mean, hell, you're going that far. Why don't you put jock straps in little girls' bathrooms? Why not do that? I mean, if you're nutty enough to put tampons in little boys' bathrooms, and you know what little boys are going to do with those tampons, you know, little boys are mischievous. They don't know what they are. They don't know what they're for. They think it's a new toy. But if you're going to put tampons in little boys' bathrooms, why don't you put jock straps in little girls' bathrooms? What's good for the goose should be good for the gander. Okay? You have to have balance. Everything is not one sided. Okay, see, you're for that. You're for biological males in women's sports. Why not have transgender athletes have their own league? What is so wrong with that? You have women's sports, you have men's sports, so introduce trans sports. But you can't have trans sports because the Nazis did that with Jews going to Auschwitz. I'm on the new transport. How many transports have we had today? Well, we had 3 going to Auschwitz, 2 were going to Dachau, and they were coming from uh, this ghetto that we sent them to, Dresdenstadt. Transports, do it! What the hell are you scared of? Be bold and create trans sports. Why not? Okay, so you're for that. And what else are you for? You're for abortion, but you're not for abstinence or being responsible. If you're gonna play adult games, you're gonna if you're gonna play adult games, you gotta play by adult rules. And adult rules have adult consequences. Plan for it. I mean, good God, that's what I always thought family planning was. You can plan for a family. Well, I don't want a family right now. So, do you have any material, anything I can buy? I mean, good God, you go to a vet. and they have all the stuff you can buy for your pet, for your pet. So go to a family planning, Planned Parenthood, and say, we got some condoms, we got some IUDs, we got pills. What do you want to do, sweetheart? You want to take the pill? You want to take the IUD? Tell you what, I'll do the condoms. I'll do the condoms. You do the pill. That way, you won't get pregnant, and there won't be any need for abortion. But that's not what Planned Parenthood does. It's a misnomer. And pro-life centers, which is what Planned Parenthood should be, but isn't. Okay, so we know what you're for. You're for abortion. You're for putting tampons in little boys' bathrooms. You're for trans adult. I'm sorry, biological male in women's sports, and you are for mutilation of children. That's all we know you're for. Oh, and you're for open borders. And you're for corruption and for crime. Soft on crime. You know, the sanctuary cities. Sanctuary from what? If you did nothing wrong, why would you need sanctuary? What? It's like, oh, I left my country because I was persecuted. Sanctuary from what? The country you left from? You think that the despots and the tyrants in your country know that you escaped and have tracked you? And they would knock on the America's door, say, "You have one of our citizens in your country. You must return him to us." Is that where you're claiming sanctuary from? You think that the tyrant in your country gives a damn about you? Gives a damn where you are? Once you've left the country, you're free. You, you, you're free. You're a free man or woman or family. You're God. What do you need sanctuary from? You're a free man. You can go anywhere you want to go. You are so feared of persecution because of terrible conditions. So we left. And guess what? They're not sending the bloodhounds after you. You're free. You can go anywhere you want to go. But you're willing to track through miles and miles. You go to the first country. Hi, stranger. Would you like to live here? Nah, we don't want to live in your country. We'll give you lots of food, and we'll give you lots of freedom and a car. Nah, we don't want you. We want to go to America. Why do you want to go to America for? It's a racist country. That's where I want to go. You know, so in any case, what are they for? What are you Democrats for? Okay, you get rid of Trump, you get rid of Elon Musk. Okay, they're gone. Let's say they're gone. Okay. Do you really want to return? Do you really want this country to return to the way it was under Joe Biden? Do you really want that in this country? We found out, those learned, I mean, it was very suspicious as I was following the news. They wanted to give illegal alien Second Amendment rights, right to have a gun. You don't know if the person you're giving a gun to belonged to a gang leader or a gang member or a terrorist. You don't know. So I thought, okay, there's something going with that. Then I heard, I forget what state it was, they wanted to hire illegal aliens to be the police. After all that defund the police business, now they want to hire illegal aliens to be a policeman? What's wrong with our own people? You're so gung ho on pushing the function, the role of a police to have an illegal alien be a police, maybe police sergeant. I think I heard. I said, wait a minute, we have policemen here. We have police sergeants, but you liberal idiots with your defund the police. Well, this is what you got. You can't have it both ways. You can't be defund the police and then want illegals to be policemen. I mean, it's bad enough you got bad people masquerading as police and commit crimes because when someone when a policeman stops you, you don't know if that's a real policeman or if someone's pretending to be one. And now you want illegal aliens to be police? How will we know the difference? And what is wrong with Americans being police? That was the big question I had when I heard that. And then, ho ho ho, driver's licenses were next, and the right to vote. And it was obvious. The right to vote was the Democrats were trying to import voters because they knew American Democrats were jumping ship and walking away from the Democrat Party and going to Republican. They're losing their base. People were leaving in droves. Will import millions of voters. Ignorant people will tell them how to vote. That will keep us in power. Exactly. And now I learn that they were giving actual Social Security numbers to illegal aliens. And not only, I mean, that was one thing, that they were giving illegal aliens all kind of benefits I'm not even getting. We'll even give you a lawyer. We'll give you all this money. We'll give you benefits, blah, blah, blah. And of course, this Medicare for all business in the last Democrat election. And I'm like thinking, if you do Medicare for all, you know, that's gonna run us out. That's money is not from a tree. You know, the Social Security money and Medicare money, you know, and then they're giving it debit checks out to illegal aliens and all of this. I had a fight to get on Social Security disability. And these are able people and they're and a low pay uh, workers. That's slavery. That's slavery. You know, so Democrats were the party of slavery. They wanted to keep the slaves, and they were the ones who created the KKK. Oh, and that's another thing. This ICE equals KKK that they um, spray painted on the GOP headquarters that they firebombed in Albuquerque. I know Bugs will want to go there now. No, but I should have made a right turn in Albuquerque. Yes, you should have, and you did. You made a right turn in Albuquerque because in Albuquerque they set a GOP headquarters ablaze, spray painted ICE equals KKK. That's really interesting since what did the KKK do? Burn crosses. And what did you do? Burn a GOP headquarters. And you want to say ICE is equal to the KKK? And what did the KKK wear? Full body coverings. They always talked about hoods, but it was a full body covering. And who are these um, activists wearing full body coverings? Right? The mask and the hoodie. Oh, ho, ho. Yeah. Yeah, you look at that, or just head coverings and a mask. So who's really the KKK? Really? I mean, yeah, ICE is covered too because they're law enforcement. They're federal police. They deputize the police. Do you think the KKK would do that? Go to local police? They stay in hiding. The KKK. They don't want to be around the police. But law enforcement, they're always involved with the police. So you're saying that ICE is equal to the KKK? Well, they were saying during those crazy riots, IDF and the NYPD are equal to the KKK. So let me see if I get this straight. The IDF, the Israel Defense Force, which is the Israeli army, which is the Israeli version of our armed forces, okay, is equal to the NYPD law enforcement, which is equal to the KKK, a terrorist group. So an army is equal to law enforcement and is equal to a terrorist group. That's hard to get my head wrapped around. That makes no sense. And now ICE is equal to the KKK. So federal law enforcement is equal to a terrorist group that stays in the shadows. I don't know. I can't wrap myself around that. That don't seem to make sense to me. But anyway, exactly. So,
what are you doing in here?
So,
Look back up,
yeah,
mister.
yeah. So,
Told you. You start something in yourself.
anyway, that's pretty much all I wanted to say at this point. I just thinking, what are you for? What are you really for? What's your message? What inspirational message that lifts people up? You know. Anyway, I just had to get that off my chest. So please, thank you for bearing with me on that. I just had to get that off my chest. And I heard that, and I was like, oh no. Resist, resist, resist. That's all I ever hear is resist, resist, resist. That's all you are, resist. Anyway, all right. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening.
Good night.
I'll see you later. All right. Bye.